Once upon a time, in a small, peaceful village nestled between rolling green hills and shimmering lakes, there lived a young girl named Alara. With her bright, curious eyes and a heart brimming with dreams, she was a special child. Alara loved nothing more than to explore the enchanted woods near her home, her imagination painting grand adventures with every step. But one day, her life took a turn she never expected, setting her on a path that would change her forever. Toll began one sunny morning, after a night filled with unusually vivid dreams. Alara woke with an unshakable feeling, a powerful pull towards the forest. She felt with every fiber of her being that something magical, something important, was waiting for her among the ancient trees. She grabbed her small wooden staff, a precious gift from her late grandmother who had always encouraged her to seek the truth. With a hopeful heart, she set off into the woods. As Alara ventured deeper into the trees, she noticed the way sunlight danced through the leaves, casting warm, golden beams on the forest floor. It felt almost magical, as if the light itself was alive. A strange feeling washed over her, a presence, like a gentle whisper guiding her steps. Lost in her thoughts, she stumbled upon a winding path she had never seen before. Intrigued, she followed it until it opened into a breathtaking glade, filled with flowers of every color imaginable. In the center of this beautiful glade stood a tall, glowing figure. It was a man, radiating a light and warmth that filled the entire space. His eyes sparkled like the brightest stars in the night sky, and his smile felt like coming home. Alara was a mix of awe and a little fear. Taking a deep breath to steady herself, she stepped forward. "Welcome, Alara," the man said, his voice as gentle and calming as a summer breeze. "I am Tobias, a servant of God. I have been waiting for you." Alara's heart fluttered. "Waiting for me?" she asked, her voice barely a whisper. "But why?" "Because you are meant to walk with God," Tobias replied, his kind smile never fading. "This path you have discovered is a special place. It is where you will learn to follow His ways, to love Him, and to serve Him with all your heart and soul." A profound warmth spread through Alara's chest, a feeling of deep peace and understanding, as if ancient wisdom was gently seeping into her very being. "What do I have to do?" she asked eagerly, ready for the adventure to begin. "Walking with God means living according to His teachings," Tobias explained patiently. "It means having unwavering faith, even when you cannot see the path ahead. It means understanding that sometimes people may not understand you. They might even dislike you because you choose a different way." "Set," he continued, his voice full of encouragement, "but do not be discouraged. When you face difficulties because of your faith, rejoice, for your reward in heaven will be great. Now, let's begin your journey." Alara nodded, her eyes shining with determination. With each step, she followed Tobias as he shared beautiful stories about God, as boundless love, and the importance of having a faithful, trusting heart. They walked through the forest, and it seemed as though nature itself was part of the lesson. A shy rabbit paused to listen as Tobias spoke about kindness. A wise old owl, perched on a branch above, hooted softly as they discussed the virtue of patience. Alara marveled at how each lesson seemed to come alive all around her. As days turned into weeks, Alara fully embraced her new life. She started each morning with a prayer, eagerly read the ancient book Tobias had given her, and sought God's guidance in every decision she made. The more she learned, the brighter her own inner spirit became. She felt a joy she had never known before and couldn't keep it to herself. She began sharing what she had learned with her friends in the village, hoping to inspire them as she had been inspired. However, not everyone welcomed her transformation. A group of children, led by a boy named Yarek, started to mock her. They called her names and laughed at her for believing in something they couldn't see or understand. Their hurtful words stung, But Alara held on to Tobias's advice. Instead of lashing out or giving up, she prayed for the strength to endure and the grace to forgive. One evening, as the setting sun painted the sky in brilliant shades of orange and pink, Jarek confronted her directly. "Why do you think you're so special, Alara? Just a silly girl playing make-believe." He sneered, his friends snickering behind him. Alara looked into Jarek's eyes and saw not just anger, but also a deep hurt and confusion. She replied gently, "I'm not special, Jarek. I just found something wonderful, and it changed me. I believe we can all be better, kinder people, if we just try." Jarek just frowned and turned away, leaving Alara feeling a mix of sadness and renewed resolve. That night, she prayed earnestly, asking God to help her understand the pain of those who don't believe, to see them through His eyes. The next morning, she found herself walking back to the glade, seeking comfort and guidance from Tobias. "Tobias, they don't understand," Alara said, her voice trembling slightly. "How do I help them see?" Tobias placed a comforting hand on her shoulder. "Sometimes, Alara, the best way to show God's love is not with words, but through patience and kindness. Keep walking in your faith. They may not understand now, but your journey, your light, may one day inspire them, too." Encouraged by his words, Alara decided to try a different approach. She went back to the village and invited Jarek and his friends to join her in the forest for a fun day of exploration and games. To her surprise, they accepted, perhaps out of curiosity. As they played among the trees and streams, Alara didn't preach. Instead, she simply shared her love for nature and told them the wonderful stories the forest held. She opened her heart, showing them the magic and joy she found in the world around her. As the day ended, Jarek, who had been quiet for most of the afternoon, turned to her with a small, genuine smile. "Maybe," he admitted softly, "there's something to this after all." A rush of pure joy filled Alara's heart. She realized that by simply showing love and understanding, the walls that people build can begin to crumble. Days turned into months, and a gentle change began to ripple through the village. People started listening to Alara. They were inspired by her quiet confidence and the light in her eyes. Soon, they began joining her on her walks in the woods, learning about God's teachings, not just from her words, but from her kind actions. In those shared moments, Alara came to understand the true meaning of walking with God. It wasn't just about personal faith and knowledge. It was about sharing love, understanding others, and showing kindness to those who are lost or hurting. And as she walked her path each day, she knew that every single step, whether easy or hard, brought her closer to the heart of God. And so, in a small village surrounded by enchanting woods, a young girl named Alara learned to walk in faith, embracing both joy and challenges, and in doing so, became a beacon of light for everyone around her. Thank you so much for watching. If this story touched your heart, please consider liking this video and subscribing to our channel for more inspiring content. We'll see you in the next one.